Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered if an ordinary-looking US quarter in your pocket could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? In today's video, we'll explore some of the most interesting and valuable Washington quarter coins, uncover their history, key features, mint marks, rare mint errors, and the factors that make certain examples highly collectible. Make sure you watch until the very end because one of these coins could already be hiding in your pocket or coin collection. So, let's get started. The 1998 Washington quarter dollar is one of the final Washington quarters issued before the famous 50-state quarters program began in 1999. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the D mint mark found on the obverse of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. The coin bears the familiar inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. Although millions of these quarters entered circulation, the 1998 issue has become an important collectible because it represents the last year of the traditional Washington quarter reverse design before one of the biggest changes in modern U.S. coinage history. The obverse of the 1998 quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The portrait was created by sculptor John Flanagan and was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto In God We Trust is placed to the left of his neck. The date 1998 appears below the portrait, and the small D mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. This timeless design remained virtually unchanged for more than 6 decades and became one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. The reverse of the coin displays a traditional bald eagle with its wings fully spread while standing proudly on a bundle of arrows. Beneath the arrows are 2 olive branches, symbolizing peace, while the arrows represent military strength and national defense. The inscription United States of America arches across the top, E pluribus unum appears above the eagle, and quarter dollar is displayed at the bottom. This reverse design was also created by John Flanagan and was used from 1932 through 1998 before being replaced by the State Quarter series in 1999. The 1998 Washington quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, consisting of outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, measures 1.75 millimeters thick, and features a reeded edge. Unlike Washington quarters produced before 1965, the 1998 quarter contains no silver, making its collector value depend primarily on condition, rarity, and the presence of mint errors rather than precious metal content. The Denver Mint produced well over 800 million examples of the 1998 Washington quarter, making it a common coin in everyday circulation. Because of this large mintage, circulated examples are generally worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, collectors often search bank rolls and pocket chains hoping to find coins with exceptional preservation, strong strikes, or rare minting mistakes that can dramatically increase value. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of the 1998 quarter. Coins showing heavy circulation and wear are generally worth only face value. Uncirculated examples with original mint luster and sharp details are more desirable. Coins graded MS-63 may sell for several dollars, while MS-65 examples often bring $10 to $25 depending on eye appeal. High-grade specimens graded MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services are significantly scarcer and have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction because very few survive in nearly flawless condition. Collectors also search for valuable mint errors on the 1998 Washington quarter. These include off-center strikes, clip planches, broad strikes, die cracks, die chips, struck-through errors, double strikes, and wrong planchet errors. One of the most exciting discoveries is a quarter struck on a planchet intended for another denomination, creating a dramatic and highly collectible mint error. Depending on rarity and condition, genuine error coins can sell for $100 to several $1,000s. Some collectors also look for double die varieties, where parts of the lettering, date, or design show visible doubling cores during die production. Although major double dies are uncommon for the 1998 quarter, authenticated examples can command premiums. Die deterioration, filled dies, and minor hub doubling may also be encountered, although these usually carry smaller premiums than true double dies. A high-quality 1998 D quarter should display strong detail in Washington's hair, facial features, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Original mint luster should flow evenly across the surfaces without dullness or excessive scratches. Coins with attractive natural toning, clean surfaces, and minimal contact marks are especially sought after by advanced collectors. Professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC can significantly increase the market value of exceptional examples. The year 1998 is historically important because it marked the end of the original Washington quarter reverse design after more than 65 years of production. Beginning in 1999, the United States Mint launched the enormously successful 50-state quarters program, introducing a different reverse design for each U.S. state. As a result, the 1998 D Washington quarter is considered the last regular-issue Denver Mint quarter with the classic eagle reverse, giving it additional historical significance among collectors. Although the majority of 1998 D Washington quarters remain common, they continue to attract collectors because of their place in American numismatic history. Careful examination can reveal high-grade examples or valuable mint errors that are worth much more than 25 cents. Many experienced collectors recommend checking every 1998 D quarter carefully under good lighting with a magnifying glass as a rare variety or exceptional condition coin. The 1984 D Washington quarter dollar is a classic modern United States coin that continues the long-running Washington quarter series first introduced in 1932. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse to the right of George Washington's ponytail. It carries the traditional inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. Although it was produced primarily for circulation, the 1984 D quarter has become an important collectible because of its historical significance, high-quality uncirculated examples, and the possibility of valuable mint errors. The obverse of the 1984 D Washington quarter features a distinguished portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This portrait was designed by renowned sculptor John Flanagan and first appeared on the quarter in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The word Liberty appears boldly above Washington's head, while the national motto, In God We Trust, is located to the left of the portrait. The date 1984 is positioned below the bust, and the D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. This timeless design remained largely unchanged for decades and became one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. The reverse of the coin displays the iconic American bald eagle standing proudly with its wings fully spread. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, representing the nation's strength and readiness to defend its freedom. Below the arrows are two olive branches, symbolizing peace. Above the eagle is the Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one, while United States of America curves around the top edge and quarter dollar appears along the bottom. This reverse design remained in use until it was replaced by the state quarter program in 1999. The 1984 D Washington quarter is struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition consisting of outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core pure copper. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, it contains no silver. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, measures approximately 1.75 millimeters thick, and features a reeded edge. This durable composition was introduced in 1965 to reduce production costs after rising silver prices made silver coins too expensive for everyday circulation. The Denver Mint produced 676,545,000 examples of the 1984 D Washington quarter, making it a common circulation issue. Because of this large mintage, worn examples are generally worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, the coin remained popular with collectors completing Washington quarter sets, especially those seeking high-grade uncirculated coins with strong strikes and original mint luster. The condition of the coin has the greatest impact on its collector value. Circulated examples showing normal wear are usually worth face value. Uncirculated examples graded MS-63 often sell for $3 to $8, while MS-65 coins may be worth $10 to $30, depending on eye appeal and luster. Superb gem examples graded MS67 or higher are much scarcer because relatively few coins survive without contact marks. These top-quality coins have sold for hundreds or even several $1,000s at major auctions when certified by professional grading companies such as PCGS or NGC. Collectors pay close attention to mint errors found on the 1984 D Washington quarter. Valuable errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clip planches, double strikes, die cracks, cuds, struck-through errors, and wrong planchette errors. Some dramatic errors can sell for $100 to several $1,000s, depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coins struck on planches intended for another denomination are particularly rare and highly prized. Some collectors also search for double die varieties, where parts of the lettering, date, or design appear double because of imperfections during die creation. While major double dies for the 1984 D quarter are uncommon, authenticated examples can command substantial premiums. Other collectible varieties include die chips, die clashes, and retained cuds, all of which are carefully studied by variety specialists. A premium quality 1984 D Washington quarter should display sharp details throughout the design. Washington's hair should show crisp definition, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse should be fully detailed. Original mint luster should cover both sides of the coin without signs of cleaning or excessive handling. Coins with attractive natural toning, clean surfaces, and very few contact marks are the most desirable among advanced collectors. The year 1984 represents an interesting period in U.S. coinage. During the 1980s, the United States Mint focused on producing billions of coins to meet the demands of a growing economy. While the design remained unchanged, improvements in minting technology helped produce coins with better strike quality and more consistent finishes. Today, the 1984 D quarter serves as a reminder of this era while remaining an accessible and enjoyable collectible for beginners and experienced numismatists alike. Although most 1984 D Washington quarters found in circulation are worth only 25 cents, collectors should never overlook them. Carefully checking for exceptional condition, strong luster, unusual mint errors, or certified high-grade examples can reveal coins worth many times their face value. With its classic design, historical importance, and the possibility of valuable varieties, the 1984 D Washington quarter remains a fascinating part of American numismatic history and an excellent coin for collectors to study, preserve, and enjoy. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar is one of the most recognizable coins in modern United States history. It was issued by the United States Mint during a unique period when the U.S. government was trying to solve a nationwide coin shortage. The coin features the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and Quarter Dollar. Unlike many other Washington quarters, the 1967 issue does not have a mint mark, even though it was struck at multiple U.S. Mint facilities. This was an intentional decision made by the U.S. Mint between 1965 and 1967 to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on mint marks. As a result, every genuine 1967 Washington quarter appears without a mint mark, making this an interesting historical feature of the series. The obverse front of the coin displays a famous portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This portrait was designed by sculptor John Flanagan and was first introduced on the quarter in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Above Washington's portrait is the word Liberty, while the motto In God We Trust appears to the left of his neck. The date 1967 is positioned at the bottom. The design is simple, elegant, and has remained one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The reverse back features a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread while perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing America's readiness to defend freedom. Beneath the arrows are two olive branches representing peace. Around the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America at the top, E Pluribus Unum above the eagle's head, and Quarter Dollar along the bottom edge. This reverse design was also created by John Flanagan and remained in use until the state quarter program began in 1999. The 1967 Washington quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition replaced the earlier 90% silver quarters beginning in 1965 because rising silver prices made it too expensive for the government to continue producing circulating silver coins. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. Although it looks silver in color, it contains no silver unless it is an extremely rare era coin. More than 1.5 billion 1967 Washington quarters were produced, making it one of the highest minted quarters in American history. Because of this enormous production, most circulated examples are still worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, collectors actively search for high-grade uncirculated examples, proof-like strikes, and rare mint errors, which can command significantly higher prices. Collectors particularly value 1967 quarters that remain in mint state, MS, condition. Coins graded MS-63 may sell for around $8 to $20, while MS-65 examples often bring $25 to $75. Premium quality coins graded MS-67 can be worth several $100s, and exceptionally well-preserved coins graded MS-68 by professional grading services have sold for thousands of dollars at major coin auctions due to their rarity in such pristine condition. One of the biggest attractions for collectors is the possibility of finding mint-era coins. Some 1967 quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, clip planches, double strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, cut errors, struck-through errors, or wrong planchet errors. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and are much scarcer than normal coins. Depending on the type and severity of the error, values can range from $50 to several $1,000s, with dramatic errors attracting strong interest from collectors. Another variety that collectors watch for is double die errors, where parts of the design or lettering appear double because of a misaligned die during production. Genuine double die quarters are uncommon and can be worth considerably more than ordinary examples, especially when the doubling is strong and visible without magnification. Collectors also examine coins for attractive natural toning, full luster, and minimal contact marks, all of which can increase a coin's desirability. When examining a 1967 Washington quarter, collectors should pay close attention to the overall strike quality. Well-struck examples show sharp details in Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the lettering. Coins with bright original mint luster and few marks are much more valuable than worn examples. Using a magnifying glass can help identify die varieties, repunch details, or valuable mint errors that may not be obvious at first glance. Although the standard 1967 Washington quarter is common, it remains an important coin because it represents a major transition in U.S. coinage, from silver to copper-nickel-clad coins, and reflects the government's efforts to keep enough coins in circulation during the mid-1960s coin shortage. Its historical significance, combined with the possibility of valuable high-grade specimens and mint errors, makes it a favorite among both beginner and experienced collectors. For anyone checking pocket change, the 1967 Washington quarter is always worth examining carefully. While most examples are worth only face value, coins in exceptional condition or with genuine mint errors can be worth far more. Learning to recognize these characteristics can turn an ordinary-looking quarter into an exciting collectible and, in some cases, a valuable discovery.